In the sacred tapestry of the Bible, there lies a trio of books collectively known as the wisdom literature: Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Job. These works together grapple with a question as old as humanity itself. What does it mean to live a meaningful life in this vast, unpredictable world? First, we encounter the optimistic voice of Proverbs. Imagine her as a bright, energetic teacher brimming with hope. She presents wisdom as an essential force intricately woven into the very fabric of existence, a divine attribute that, if followed, could lead to success, harmony, and blessings. She speaks of a world where diligence yields prosperity, honesty fosters respect, and humility invites grace. But just as we're convinced that life's mysteries are neatly wrapped up in the cause and effect assurances of Proverbs, the scene shifts. Enter Ecclesiastes, a middle-aged critic whose sharp eyes see through life's charming illusions. He stands like a wise yet disillusioned philosopher, challenging everything Proverbs seems to promise. With a furrowed brow, he delivers his first profound blow. All of life, he declares, is Hevel. The word echoes, deep and enigmatic. In Hebrew, Hevel means vapor or smoke, something beautiful yet fleeting, tangible yet ungraspable. Modern translations often call it meaningless, but that doesn't quite capture its essence. Smoke, after all, isn't without beauty or significance. It's simply unpredictable, shifting in the wind, never still. Now, before we dive into the depths of the critic's wisdom, let's pause and reflect. If you're finding this narrative as intriguing as I hope you are, please don't forget to give this story a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and comment "God bless you" to keep the spirit of God's grace flowing across the world. Let's continue. Ecclesiastes introduces himself not to rob us of hope, but to lead us into deeper truths. His voice, though somber, is not without purpose. He wants to turn our understanding upside down, and he does so by guiding us through three unsettling observations. The first disturbing truth is the relentless march of time. Generations come and generations go, he muses, yet the earth remains unchanged. The mountains stand firm, the rivers keep flowing, and the sun rises and sets as it always has. Who, the critic asks, remembers those who lived centuries ago? The names of mighty kings, renowned scholars, and even the most valiant heroes eventually fade from collective memory. In the grand cosmic theater, human existence is but a whisper, gone before it truly registers. The heavens, with their shimmering stars, have witnessed eons, stars that burst into life and die, birthing new worlds in the endless cycle of creation and destruction. Against this cosmic backdrop, our individual lives are but fleeting moments, mere blinks in the vast stretch of eternity. This sobering reality leads the critic to his second point: the inevitability of death. Rich or poor, wise or foolish, saint or sinner, all meet the same end. Humans share this fate with animals. Every living being eventually succumbs to the silent finality of death. What is the point, he wonders aloud, of all our striving if death levels us all? Imagine a king, robed in splendor, and a pauper, clad in rags. One commands armies, the other begs for bread. Yet both are destined for the same grave. The critic's observation sends a shiver through even the bravest souls, for it strips away our illusions of control and superiority. Life's finitude looms over us, a shadow that cannot be outrun. But if these revelations weren't unsettling enough, Ecclesiastes reveals a third distressing truth: life's random, unpredictable nature. Where Proverbs speaks of order and predictability, Ecclesiastes has seen the chaotic side of reality. The race, he observes, is not always to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. Wealth does not always favor the wise, nor does success inevitably bless the diligent. Time and chance, he asserts, govern much of existence. A skilled farmer may see his crops wither from a sudden drought. A wise investor may lose everything in an unforeseen market crash. The world, the critic laments, is full of glitches, events that defy logic or fairness. Life, in the critic's eyes, is like a dense fog. When we stand in the midst of it, we are confused, unable to see the road ahead. We may grasp for understanding, but meaning slips through our fingers like smoke. Yet, the critic's message is not entirely devoid of hope. In the midst of his reflections, he acknowledges the wisdom of Proverbs. Learning to live wisely and fearing the Lord, he admits, is indeed the right approach. But, he quickly adds, wisdom is no guarantee of a trouble-free existence. The world is far too unpredictable for that. And here comes the heart of his teaching. Since life is uncontrollable, since we cannot shape our destinies with certainty, the critic counsels us to let go. Stop striving for absolute mastery, he says. Learn to hold things with open hands. Relinquish the anxious pursuit of what lies beyond your control and embrace the present moment. Delight in a good meal, the laughter of friends, the warmth of sunlight on your skin. Treasure the simple joys, for these are the gifts of God. Yes, both the bitter and the sweet moments come from his hand, and both deserve our gratitude. Perhaps you're wondering if there is still meaning in all this uncertainty. The critic would agree that life is disorienting, but he would also remind you to find beauty in its mystery. His message, though stark, is ultimately liberating. You are not in control, and that's okay. Embrace the here and now. As the book nears its conclusion, another voice emerges, that of the author, the one who compiled the critic's musings and who now seeks to balance the message. He steps in like a wise friend, lifting us from the emotional abyss into which the critic may have plunged us. Fear God, the author says, and keep his commandments. He assures us that life does, indeed, have meaning. One day, the fog of Hevel will lift, and God will bring every deed into judgment, whether good or evil. The author calls us to humility, to trust that God's plan, even if obscured now, will one day be revealed. Ecclesiastes, then, is a dance between despair and hope, between uncertainty and faith. Its wisdom is paradoxical. Life is fragile and fleeting, yet precious. Its beauty is hidden yet worth savoring. As we wrestle with its teachings, we become more aware of our limitations and more grateful for the fleeting moments that make life wondrous. Before we wrap up, I'd like to encourage you to explore more of our stories and deepen your understanding of the Bible. Don't forget to check out the first link in our description, where you'll find an array of faith-based products, from necklaces that remind you of God's love to beautifully designed scripture posters. Let these items bring you closer to the divine in your daily life. Thank you for joining us on this spiritual journey. May the wisdom of Ecclesiastes inspire you to live meaningfully, holding your blessings with gratitude and your burdens with grace.